Hi, beautiful souls, Greta here. Good to see you again tonight. And I'm really looking forward to spending the next 20 minutes with you and helping us drop back into a state of um, restfulness, peacefulness, calm, and even creating a little mini reset for our conscious and subconscious mind. And this week I've come across a few YouTubes and clients who were dealing with forgiveness. So forgiveness can be a huge issue in people, and it's actually, to be completely honest, not something that I have really focused on myself, because I always assumed that forgiveness is like the tail end of the dog. So if the dog's tail is like wagging, then that means the healing process is done, the dog is happy, and forgiveness is in place. Whereas sometimes I think people are pretending to forgive, and they are living in a lie, and that's actually making the wound more toxic. Like the wound is still alive, and people are still bleeding. Sometimes the trauma is still active, and they are making a mistake by pretending that the past is all done and dusted. I have forgiven that person, but actually in the body that's not the case. And so when clients come to me because they have a forgiveness issue or something like that, I usually focus on healing, working with the client and healing, doing a holistic healing process rather than just forgiveness. But this week I have been thinking about it a lot, and I've actually changed my mind a little bit, because I realized that forgiveness is something it's a choice, right? So we can be also just simply proactive, and like we wash our hands during the day, and we have a shower, and we keep our bodies clean. Forgiveness can be a tool to work with, and to really reset our nervous system, and to free us from the past, to cut the cords, and to create a beautiful, wonderful future for ourselves and for our world as well, of course. And so I've been working with that over the last few days, and which took me back to the Ho'oponopono. I'm not exactly sure how you say it. I've shared it with you before. So the Ho'oponopono is a prayer of forgiveness. It's really, really easy to do. It's 4 sentences, and you can Google it, but I'll give you the prayer here as well. We're going to do it together. And what it does, it literally goes into the subconscious mind, because remember, our conscious mind can say, oh, I've forgiven my neighbor, or I forgave my ex-partner 10 years ago, and da-da-da-da-da. But what the conscious mind doesn't realize is that the subconscious mind is bombarded with memories every second of the day. I think we get something like 11 million memories per minute or per second. I'll have to look it up again, but it's a phenomenal amount. These memories are just constantly flowing in and through our subconscious mind. And remember, we're 95% subconscious being. Our subconscious mind is our supercomputer. It drives us, it powers us up, and it takes us places. And the conscious mind is like the little steering wheel, the person trying to drive the big machine. So often what I find is clients, they say that, and then in their body I can already see that's not true. That causes conflict in their body. So doing this Ho'oponopono is actually different to saying, oh, I've forgiven already. It's an active practice of forgiveness. Well, it's actually asking for forgiveness, by saying you're sorry and saying to the person, I love you, and then showing gratitude and so on. And those 4 sentences have a magical effect on our being. And so I'm going to see it as a tool that you can choose to use every day. And it's really going to accelerate your state of being. It's going to bring you back to stillness. It's going to heal past memories. And also, of course, it's going to have a flow and effect on our universe, because the universe on the outside is actually a mirror of our universe on our inside. So I will tell you the story again of Dr. Len, I think his name is. So he was a psychiatrist from Hawaii, and he was asked to work in this psychiatric hospital for the criminally insane. So it was a pretty bad place. It was a horrible place with a high turnover of staff. People didn't stay, and of course the prisoners or the patients, they were all like pretty heavy duty patients. And so Dr. Len, he arrived, he took it on. He arrived, he actually didn't even see the patients ever. He just stayed in his room, in his office, and then he had, like, let's say this is a patient history sheet. He would read the history of the patient, let's say Johnny. He would take that history into his own body and take responsible for that person's life, feel responsibility, because Dr. Len, he realized, I am that person, I am the universe, I'm interconnectedness, which is what we all are. And my thoughts have an effect, my being has an effect on the universe. And then he would just say the Ho'oponopono over and over and over again. And he did that with every patient in the hospital. And I think within 2 years, they closed the place up because everyone left. Everyone was cured. Everyone was cured, which is totally amazing. And I think that's even such a powerful, positive message or tool for you to do today, because today people are in lockdown in Victoria, and I mean, we can't see our loved ones. If you have children on the mainland, or people that you care for, and you can't literally go and visit them, you can't touch them, you can do what Dr. Len did, and you go into your bedroom, into your sanctuary, really tune into yourself and do the Ho'oponopono, and that will change the outcome of that person's life. So this is a great, absolutely fantastic for mothers and children as well. When I first discovered this prayer, I think it's about 15 years ago, might be even longer ago. So I still had a lot of teenagers here, and young adults who were exploring the world and doing things that I was concerned about. And of course, I knew I didn't have control anymore. I didn't want to be a bully or manipulative or controlling mom. I had to let them go. So I used to do this a lot for my children and with my children. So, which of course means I'm doing it for myself too, because whatever we do for others, we really doing it for ourselves too. And I'm actually really glad to say that it worked. So here we go. We're going to do a little practice. So yeah, it won't take long, but if you do it, just remember, this is a forgiveness tool. So forgiveness is it's a complicated subject, because especially for women, I think women, we find it easy to be in a certain state one day we might feel really forgiving, but the next day we might be back to square one or whatever. And whereas with guys, I have done a lot of work with blokes as well, and plus, I mean, I've been studying Peter for the last 40 years, and I've got my own sons as well. With guys, it's different. Once they get it, once they do a shift, doesn't like an emotional or a mental shift, they've got it, and they don't have to often revisit it again. But women, we're more like a river, so like our journey is different. So we do a U-turn again, and it's more windy, and then also it's like we have to go through all the colors of the rainbow on the same day. So our state can change a lot. So this is just a beautiful tool to reset your nervous system, to give your subconscious mind a beautiful wash, because it literally washes over through your subconscious. It washes out those memories that you're not conscious of, that can be stuck in your body. So you can also use your hands. I love using my hands because we've got beautiful energy coming out of your hand chakras. So you can make a ball and activate your energy. And then just put it on your heart center. So I don't know if you can see it. So just there. And you can imagine the energy coming out of your hands is like little bubbles of well-being, right? That makes you feel warm and soft and cozy and nurtured on the inside. So just do that. So the energy from your hands feels like bubbles of well-being, and just feel that in your body. Now I want you to bring to mind a person or an event that you feel some stress around, something that's unresolved. Or it can be a personality in a situation that you feel maybe you haven't forgiven. And so we're just going to say Dr. Len's prayer. And inhale into your body and exhale, and just go and become fully present in your body. So think of something that's bothering you, and you can also give it a number, like give it a rating of intensity. So is it a 10, that's the worst, you still have a lot of work to do around it, or is it close to 0, is it just a little bit? It doesn't matter, whatever springs to mind. So I just want you to say now, I am sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I am sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. So we can make it a little bit more eloquent. So think of that situation or person, and now you can say, I am sorry. It was never my intention to hurt you. I apologize for causing you pain or causing any harm or pain to you and your ancestors or your family. I am sorry. I apologize. Please forgive me, because it was never my intention to cause harm to you or your ancestors or your family. I love you. I sincerely care for you. I wish you all the best. Thank you. I want to express my gratitude to you for triggering me, for showing me lessons that I have to learn, and for accelerating my growth. So I'll put this in the notes and I can read it out again. So you also have to remember that when you're dealing with another person or a situation, and it can be yourself, like especially when you're a mom, a lot of mothers have guilt around not feeling good enough, or and then you can even use this forgiveness tool to forgive yourself. So it's totally going to be a way to release a lot of tension and stuck energy from your entire being and create stillness in your body, like beautiful peacefulness, beautiful calm. And once that capacity to feel more calm and to hold more calm and peacefulness in your body is there, you start to feel real closely connected to the divine being, which is the God of your belief, or the creator, or a source, whatever you like to call it. And also, especially now in this moment in time with so much tension in the world and confusion, it's like everyone now gets triggered so easy because people are not feeling safe and they're feeling confused, and some old wounds are being reactivated, so people are acting from their lower brain a lot of the time, and it can accumulate more stuff going on in the world. So this is just a beautiful tool, just 4 sentences, and you can keep it real short like I first did, and energize your hands, put them on your heart or your throat even. And it doesn't matter if you mean the words or not, you just keep saying this mantra over and over, because after a while it's going to become real to you, because your body isn't silly, your body is incredibly wise, and it's always tuning up to the highest frequency that's available to it, and this is a very, very high frequency. So this prayer is already full of positive energy because it's been around for such a long time. So you can just even simply put that beautiful energy, bubbles of wellness coming out of your hand into your body, and you can say, I am sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. That's the shortest version. So we can say it again, and I can make it a little bit more every day. Like, so what you could say is, I want to apologize to you. So you just say this to the person in your mind. I am sorry for hurting you. It wasn't my intention. I apologize for any hurt or harm I've done to you or your ancestors or your family. Please forgive me, because it was never my intention to hurt you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to discover more about myself, for giving me lessons to learn, and for causing me to grow. And I forgot it. I love you. So I love you and I wish you well, because I genuinely care for you. So even if you feel any resistance there, just tune into your body, because you might be surprised how generous you really are on the inside. Because most of us, in fact pretty much all of us, we are wired to love, we are wired to connect with each other from unconditional love. And the way we created our hearts are incredibly generous. That's our natural state, and we are much bigger and larger than you would ever guess. So there is a lot of forgiveness in you already, and this prayer really helps you to connect with it and tap into it. And it's like a beautiful shower that washes over your soul, and that just washes out a lot of the tension and stress that comes from your lower brain, so you feel fully connected to the divine again. And every time you say this prayer and do your work, because this is like a tool, like imagine if you're a builder and you open your toolbox, this is one of your tools. So every time you use this tool, you are sending out ripples of peacefulness and harmony into the universe. So it's really, really important that you do that for yourself and for our beautiful planet, to get us through this difficult patch and into, you know, a better the fifth dimension, if that's what you believe, into a state of unification. So thank you for doing this with me, and I hope you all have a really good week. And I love you very much. And I'm looking forward to spending more time with you next Thursday night. Bye-bye, everyone.